Hi everyone, long time no video. I haven't made a video in such a long time, and I've had a lot of people commenting on videos and tweeting me and saying some really lovely things about the fact that I haven't made a video in a while, and were asking when I was going to make another one, so I decided to start making some videos again. Please just ignore the fact I look so rough. I have been feeling so unwell the past couple of days. Actually it's been nearly a week that I've been feeling really unwell, so I've kind of just got over it, so I'm still looking rough and I apologise for that, but I'm going to start making videos again, and hopefully one a week. I'm not going to promise that because I might not be able to stick to that promise, but I'm going to try my very best to keep to one a week. And I apologise for the sound of trains and cars and the appalling lighting going on. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I've just completely forgotten how to set it up. But I decided to make a video today about 5 books I can't wait to read this year. I was kind of wondering whether to start with doing a haul or doing some books that I've bought recently, but I thought, you know what, to keep it simple, I'm just going to start off with 5 books I cannot wait to read this year. I was going to do the top 5 books I've read this year so far, but when I sat down and actually tried to work out the top 5 books of the year so far, I just couldn't choose 5, so I've decided to do 5 books I can't wait to read. And these 5 books are books that are either, I think most of them are books that are published this year. There might be a couple that have already been published or are quite old and have been reprinted. But yeah, I'm going to show you these books, and hopefully some of them will excite you and you want to read them too. So I'm just going to get into it and start off with the first one. It is called It's About Love by Steve Camden. This is a young adult novel, and Steve Camden, I don't know if you can see, but he wrote Tape, which I think came out 2 years ago now, 1 or 2 years ago, and this is his second novel, I believe, and it's called It's About Love. And I have started reading this tiny bit. I'm only 20 pages in, so I've hardly started it at all really. But this is a stunning, distinctive and deeply moving novel that takes the author to the next level apparently, and it's got a major marketing and PR campaign, and I don't know if there's a blurb. Oh, there is a blurb, here we go. 2 teenagers meet before their first film studies lesson. They're on the same course but they're from opposite worlds. He's called Luke and she's called Leia, so just like in Star Wars, they're made for each other. Only this isn't a film, this is real life. This is where people judge you for your background before you even open your mouth. This is where monsters from the past come back to take revenge. This is where you are sometimes the monster. But real life, sometimes it turns out just like the movies. So it's a really cute YA love story about 2 people who are going to come together, and obviously there's going to be difficulties in their relationship and reasons why they might not are meant to be together or supposed to be together, but I'm sure they're going to overcome that and they will fall in love and it will be all happy. So yeah, that is It's About Love by Steve Camden. I'm really excited to give this one a read. The second one I found in one of the branches of Waterstones I work in. I work for Waterstones, and where I work in the country there are 2 Waterstones very, very close to each other, and sometimes we do shifts in different stores. And when I was in the other store, which is not my usual store, I saw this book sitting on the shelf in the kids section and I loved it, and I thought, oh my god, I need this in my life. But I thought to myself, you know what, I have so many books at home already to read, I don't need it, I'm just going to walk away. But then I made a deal with myself that if it was still there by the end of the day and nobody else had bought it, then I would buy it. And luckily it was still there by the end of the day, so I picked it up and I bought it, and it is called The Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler by E.L. Konigsberg. And I just think the cover is absolutely stunning, and it's a really nice cover as well. It's got kind of the little flappy out bits, so it's not actually a hardback, but it's designed like a hardback, but it's really nice thick cover. And this is a really, really cute story about a little 12-year-old girl who decides she wants to run away from home and go on an adventure. So she takes her little brother with her, but they decide that if they're going to run away, they want to run away to somewhere beautiful. So they go and run away to the local art museum, and they kind of sleep there, and they kind of go on this little journey through all the different art displays, and they kind of go on this adventure that seems really cute, and I'm really excited to read this actually. It's not a very long book, and it is kind of, I think it falls into, at work we put it in the 9 to 12 section, so it's kind of middle grade fiction. So I'm really excited to read that. So that is that one, and the back cover is really, really pretty as well. The third book that I want to read is a book that I've seen a lot of people talking about, especially bloggers, and I've kind of been putting it off because I'm like, it's got so much hype that I don't want it to disappoint me and I don't want it to be rubbish, but I'm hoping that it will be really good. And it is Letters to the Lost by Iona Gray. A lot of people have, like I say, have been talking about this and raving about it and saying that it's one of the must reads of 2015, so I'm really excited. I haven't really properly read the blurb because I don't want to kind of ruin the story too much for myself, but I believe it's set in the war, and it's a love story and kind of things happen, and it's kind of it's dubbed as an epic story of love and loss that will break your heart. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I really want to start it soon, but it's quite daunting because it's quite a long one compared to kind of most of the, I mean, I wouldn't class this as chick lit, but it is kind of that like women's fiction saga genre, and it is quite thick compared to most, so I'm determined to start it, but I want to start it when I've got the time to actually properly read it and go through it, instead of just kind of picking it up and like putting it down after a couple of chapters because I'm on a commute or something like that. So I'm going to save it until hopefully the summer when I've got some more time to properly sit and just sit in the sun and enjoy it and really, really kind of indulge in it in hopefully just one sitting. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. The fourth book is one that I have been so looking forward to for a long, long time, and I was so lucky that the lovely people from Baaaaack sent me a proof copy of it, and I have already started. I am 26 pages in so far, but I think I'm going to have to start again because I've kind of forgotten what's happened so far, as it was a while since I first picked it up. So yeah, I'm going to go back and read from the beginning, but it is In the Unlikely Event by Judy Blume, which is just so exciting because this is her first adult novel in about 16 years, I think. So this is like a really historic event in the world of publishing and books and reading, and this is, I think it's based on a real story, or it's based on, well actually, I'll read what Judy Blume says on the back. She says, it's based on a series of tragedies in the town she lived in when she was growing up, and the terrible time it was for the adults and the children, although the adults never talked to the children about it. And at the same time, life goes on, you go to school, you meet a boy, you fall in love, all the time that this is happening. And I think it's about a plane crash, I think, and something happens and it kind of reverberates around the community and it kind of affects everyone in there, and years later they still kind of, I think it's something like that. But yeah, that is the beautiful proof cover for it, and I think this is what the final cover is going to look like as well, so I'm super excited to read that one. And again, a little bit like Letters to the Lost, I kind of want to give myself just a nice space to read in and be able to finish it all in one go rather than having to keep dipping in and out of it, because I think it's going to be one of those novels that you just want to read in one go. So I'm hoping that I can find some time soon to read that one. And then the final book that I'm excited about reading this year is one that I've recently just been sent, and I didn't ask for it, it was unsolicited, yeah, that's the right word, and it was a real big surprise when it arrived through my front door because, like I say, I wasn't expecting it, and it is A Year of Marvellous Ways by Sarah Winman. Now, I loved Sarah's debut novel called When God Was a Rabbit. I don't know, oh yeah, it's just there, I don't know if any of you have read that or seen that, but it was an absolutely stunning book, and I think when I was at university, I lent it to one of my flatmates because he was studying creative writing, and I don't think he ever actually gave me my copy of When God Was a Rabbit back, so I don't actually have a copy of that one anymore, so I definitely want to buy myself another one. But this is her second novel, which, I mean, obviously it is going to be amazing, I can just tell already by the first novel she wrote. But this, I think is, let me find the blurb. I think it's about a woman called Marvellous Ways, and she's 89 years old and has lived alone in a remote Cornish creek for nearly all her life. Lately she's taken to spending her days sitting by the river with a telescope. She's waiting for something. She's not sure what, but she'll know when she sees it. Drake is a young soldier left reeling by the Second World War. When he's promised to fulfil a dying man's last wish sees him wash up in Marvellous Creek, broken in body and spirit, the old woman comes to his aid. A Year of Marvellous Ways is a glorious, life-affirming story about the magic in everyday life and the pull of the sea, the healing powers of storytelling and slow gin, love and death, and how we carry on when grief comes snapping at our heels. So I love the sound of that, and I am so excited, and I think the cover is just absolutely stunning as well. I think that is going to be a huge selling point for this book. It comes out on the 18th of June, so what day are we on today? So just over a week this one comes out. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that one as well. So they are the 5 books I cannot wait to read this year. I think we're going with that, the 5 books I can't wait to read this year. Sorry, I've got a runny nose now. So I hope that that has been a bit of an interesting video for you, and one that hopefully has given you a bit of inspiration about some books that you might want to pick up soon. I will be back with another video hopefully very soon. I want to try and do my top reads of 2015 so far. It might not be 5, it might be like 10. I might try and get it down to about 6 or 7, but yeah, I do want to do a video about my top reads so far this year, because there have been so many fantastic books and so many books I want to share with you, and I haven't really had the chance to do that because I haven't really had the time to sit down and film. But I'm so excited that I have kind of found the space and time in my life to do that again now. So hopefully these videos will come more regular, fingers crossed, and I hope I will upload another one next week. But for now, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!